Hey YouTubers, it's me, Wayman29, and this is a reply going out to Fatty Chunks, a response to Myths of the Gospels, Part 1. Um, just wanted to say that you're on a pretty good start there. I think that you're on the edge of figuring something out that's pretty interesting. Um, my buddy started collecting a lot of stuff on uh, the influences of pagans and primitive mythology and mythology on Christianity, and it's pretty interesting. A book that you might be interested in is called The Hebrew Goddess, and also possibly you could take a look at the ancient Near Eastern texts and the roles that those goddesses played. You can even take a look at the goddess Isis. I was lucky enough to take a trip to Egypt, and we went to the island of Philae, and we got to see the temple of Isis. And when it was taken over in the Christian era, the monks, for the most part, chipped a halo over her head, with her holding the baby Horus, and used it as the Madonna and Child. We also seen a picture of that in one of the Coptic churches over there from that time period. Um, it's pretty interesting. It's interesting how that flow went through the Greek and Roman culture and influenced our ideas, and it's also interesting how, as you say, the fathers of the church, early church fathers, not early as you pointed out, maybe later tried to stomp out that sort of thing. Um, but 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 later, as you were saying, it become more accepted. What I was more interested in is how it affected the Old Testament, and a lot of people have that view of the Old Testament about eliminating the goddess idea from the whole biblical text and re-editing things, and I guess that came from the the Yahweh view of his competition with Baal and Astarte during the Canaanite, um, when they were living with the Canaanites. It's pretty interesting to read the Epic of Baal and see the role that those goddesses functioned. Also, uh, it's also kind of neat how when they had the competition on the mountain, Elijah killed the prophets of Baal, but not of Asherah. They were allowed to live for some reason, and I think that the negative connotation, because there are biblical heroes, I don't think it got bad until um, the well, a lot of times they got a bad rap, women or the female idea in general, because anytime they were taken over by the Assyrians, Babylonians, or the Egyptians, it was seen as uh, the fallback or the lapse of the Yahwehist religion, was seen as adultery, and they compared the nation of Israel to a harlot. You see that, especially that comes out in the Hosea chapter, and Isaiah goes on about it. Jeremiah goes on about it. So all that is put in the mind, especially after the exile. It kind of really took off. So I guess it kind of cooled off nowadays because for the most part, people pretty much accepted Virgin Mary in church today, and maybe you should look into. I think you might be interested in Joseph Campbell's books, Age of Mythology, and the Mask of God series. He has primitive mythology on up through to creative mythology. And he talks a lot about those themes. And maybe you should compare Roman and Greek goddesses to the Virgin Mary, and compare, go even back and compare the ancient Near Eastern texts to, and those kinds of goddesses to some of the characteristics that are around today. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I think that where you're coming from was a lot of early Christian mysticism. Well, today it's defined as mysticism. And Gnosticism was stomped out by the church. So there's a lot of those ideas that were written to explain the or a continuation of the biblical texts. You have the text of, for the book of Mary, first and second book. Then you have the infancy texts, and a lot of these were counted as mysticism and left out. The Another good text is probably the Nag Hammadi library. They have the pretty good or interesting views on well, the actual translations of the text. That's all online if you just do a search on Nag Hammadi library, and you'll come up with some really interesting things. So you're right on the edge there, and I would keep researching and check all that stuff out, and find some really good authors. And it appears that you found a good one there, and I'll probably check out that book myself. But I just wanted to send a video saying good luck, and I really enjoyed the video. Take care.